Excellent.
Everything you say will be
Will be
recorded,
recorded.
documented, used against you in the catalyst courts of law.
Good. All right, Adrian.
Thanks,
Your stage. Your stage.
thanks for the opportunity once again. New town hall or community, and Quasar for linking us with you guys. So thanks. And well, I would prefer to show you the video, or at least some parts of the video. Maybe I can make some comments because it's much clearer. And to make a good multi-sig demo, imagine that you have to, you have to set up like at least 2 or 3 wallets at the same time and a lot of stuff. So
yeah.
I'm going to show you the demo and the tutorial video that we have. It's in English. And of course we can stop and I can comment everything. I will be commenting, I'm not going to be using the
audio.
Yes,
it's like the director's cut. It's the tutorial with the director's cut.
Excellent.
Okay,
I agree.
Nice to meet you, by the way.
No, yeah, nice to meet you. We need to talk as well, and we are so close, so we need to talk. I will reach you.
Where exactly?
Buenos Aires. In Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires. Okay, Mendoza.
Yeah, I saw you in LinkedIn. I imagine you were in Mendoza. Nice wine there. You can chill a bit with your Malbecs.
Yes, actually, I'm not a wine guy.
Like
I am like very, I'm like the ET of this province. But yes, I like Mendoza. It's a very nice place.
It's a beautiful
You're
province.
Okay,
yeah, we need to go there. Make a Cardano, an Argentinian Cardano summit in Mendoza is a great place.
Yes, look my eyes. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
yeah. I will reach you. I will reach you. I don't know. Afterwards, we give our contact info.
And please join our Discord, and I need to join yours.
Yeah.
I don't know if I am already. Maybe I am. I thought I was.
I don't know. I will look for you. If I find you, I have Quasar here, I think. Yeah, I will reach you through Quasar.
Thanks, Federico.
Thanks. Felicitaciones.
Gracias. Igualmente, ustedes han hecho un montón. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen, I guess. Wait a second. I'm going to set up this.
Are you able to share your screen?
Yeah, it's a mess, my desktop. So wait. Okay, please let me know if you are watching.
I'm watching, and I can see.
Great.
We can see now, yeah.
Right. So, what I want to know before start is what do you expect from this breakout room? I mean, on the demo, because when we are talking about multi-sig transactions, we're talking about transaction. And the question here is, who is building the transaction we want to multi-sign, right? So the demo goes from A to Zeta to Z. It covers everything from building a multi-sig group of transactions up to even submit them finally. So what I want to ask you is, are you interested in building first the transaction with code, or you want a more user experience, not developer experience?
Simply, If I may, maybe because with friends, we have created a non-profit organization which is focusing on Web3 education. And we want also to make our treasury very transparent and to make our flows of donations very transparent. And, you know, like, in spite we are still like a traditional charity, we want to use the mechanisms of the community having more trust in what we do. So ideally for me, maybe we can start with that, would be how the asynchronous confirmation takes place from the different parties signing, because I guess there is like normally in a multi-sig, I would expect that you can wait like half a day if the person is traveling or something. So maybe you could highlight that aspect in the beginning, and maybe there is some more time at the end if people are more interested in the technical setting up or something. Would it be okay with the participants? Would it be okay?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Ricardo, to clarify, because I know where you want to go, but I still don't get this thing. Are you interested in code so you can implement this on your own? Or
Rather the user
just...
experience, the user experience.
I would say user experience as well, because you want to use it as an end user for people that don't know code.
Yeah.
And users. Okay, so okay. Okay, let me then go to the demo here, to the demo tutorial. First, please go to this channel or at least follow us because a lot of videos, coding sessions are going to start appearing to cover version 2. So remember, is GameChanger.finance. This is the channel on YouTube. Also on Twitter, we used to publish on Twitter if we publish here as well. So we are going to go to the complete multi-sig tutorial. This video here, I'm going to share you the link so you can go back every time you need. Okay, there it goes. So on the first part of the video, we are going to be building the transaction. I'm not going to cover the code, but just to clarify and make you all get in sync, let's peer each other here. A multi-sig transaction is not about a treasury. It's not about just a treasury. It's about a transaction on Cardano or on any other blockchain that requires signatures from keys that are not on the same wallet that maybe is handling the transaction, at least at the first time, at the beginning. So we face a dilemma at a certain point in time when dealing with these transactions. That is that we don't have the complete amount of minimum amount of signatures to make this transaction valid. Okay, so if we don't have all the signatures we need, the transaction is going to be rejected by the node, by Cardano nodes. So just to understand this demo, and please don't panic around the code. Remember, it's low code. You're going to be able to understand it. It's not complicated, but just a topic for another session. But just keep in mind that here we need someone to build the transaction for us. These transactions are not maybe common. In the near future, very near future, you are going to be able to even create these transactions from the same GameChanger sending interface here. For example, this is how we send assets on GameChanger since the beginning. We can pick here like an address or type our address here at our address, the address we want to send assets to. And then, like a game, like an RPG game, for example, where you are exchanging things between backpacks, between people, you can start clicking and sending assets. Example, 5 ADA and I don't know, an ID NFT. And even if you want, you can add addresses here and do the same, like adding more assets. You can create complex transactions with this interface. In the near future, you are going to be able to do this, the same graphical user experience on a wallet that is not your own, that you don't own 100%. This is the base design principle that is going to allow, for example, a treasury, a shared treasury, to use the graphical interface to do multi-sig transactions. So you're going to be able to do this kind of transaction, and then at the end, here the app connector is going to pop up, and you are going to face the dilemma that you don't have all the keys you need. Okay, right now on the beta, we don't have turned this to work with the app connector, but believe me, something very minor compared to actually all the stuff that has been done. So this will be available soon. But just to, maybe I'm having some network issues. Okay, just to clarify, I'm going to go back to, yeah, something is happening maybe with the network. I don't know. Going back to the video, because we don't have that feature yet. For example, the video we generate these transactions with code. I'm going to jump to where the code is done, and we are going to use it. Stop here. Okay. Where? Okay. So going back to this idea, multi-sig is not just about treasuries, it's just a transaction that is missing signatures. So here I'm about to run the code that generates these transactions, and wait, it's a bit more heavy. Please bear with me.
All good, all good.
Okay, here. So, if I'm not mistaken, this is the point of the video. Here, the code generates 3 multi-sig transactions, not 1. 3 multi-sig transactions. Each of these transactions require, if I'm not mistaken, yes, it was 3 signatures coming from 3 different wallets. Okay, so 3 transactions. Each of these transactions require signatures coming from 3 different users. 3 different.
In this scenario, do you differentiate between a required or mandatory signature and an optional signature?
Great, great question. So in this case, these are required signatures, literally required signatures from this Cardano feature we have on transactions.
Mm-hmm.
But the key.
I guess the background of my question is, would it be possible to set up a scenario with the current functionality that would allow to say, I need 3 out of 5 at least?
Yes,
That's
yes,
possible. Okay.
Yes, of course. This is why I set the minimum amount to be validated by the node at the beginning. Yes, yes,
Okay.
you can. More power, with more power comes greater, responsibility. So now the DApp connector of GameChanger, the preview of the transactions, the transaction preview, where you're supposed to agree to sign or to reject a transaction, has turned a bit more complex because it now shows you the list of signatures that are missing on the group of transactions you're about to sign. So in this list of transactions, Ricardo, you have a section that shows the optional signatures that has been detected, right? The optional signatures that can be required to make the transaction valid, and also the required signatures. The signatures that come from native scripts that, for example, this has to do with, for example, means or treasuries. The signatures that come from, a lot of other features of the transaction. So you have all these categorized, so you can check and you can have like a proper and advanced view of the situation. This is great because if you're going to start dealing with this, it's good that you have in your hands the power to check what's going on your transaction visually, without falling deep down into low-level coding or analyzing transactions.
Okay.
So let's keep with this. So here we have the famous DApp connector of Cardano, of GameChanger, that it can be launched as a URL or inside the wallet as this window, this modal. So this is the case. So, okay, I'm showing there the permissions involved on the connection. Then I'm going to click on continue. Oh, here you have to put the wallet password. And here, transaction builder, as I said there, was building the free transactions involved. And here you're going to watch the transaction preview, where you are going to be reviewing the free transactions. Okay, multisig A, B, and C. Everything in GameChanger can be named, so you don't mess, with strange hashes and stuff. So in this case, you have the free transactions and a global overview on them. Okay, so if we explore the overview, we can see some global information about all the transactions. Even we can check individually the information about each of these transactions once at a time. Here are the sub permissions, the permissions involved on the transaction. You can see that here the transaction is going to be sending assets, require specific signatures. That is what we are caring about, and more stuff. So I'm going to jump on the future a bit. Here we have a simplified list of missing signatures. Okay, so here, remember, this is the overview. So these are all the signatures you're going to be needing for all these free transactions. Some of these signatures are from some of other of these transactions. Okay, this is the global overview. Here you see that this wallet has, it says main wallet twice. So this wallet can sign this and these signatures from this group of transactions. But then we have this and this that says multisig, because this wallet does not have these keys. So the normal process for signing on GameChanger is, of course, hitting continue or yes. I'm going to, sorry. Okay, let's wait a bit, but the normal process is to say yes, that we want to sign these transactions. Yes, okay, the bottom of the, okay. Here, GameChanger is signing the transactions, the 3 transactions at the same time. What happens is this. More signatures might be needed. Keep signing. GameChanger detects that you need more signatures. So it's going to get stuck in a loop where you can start customizing this signing process, okay? If you don't customize it and you keep repeating once and again with the default signature plugin or way to sign, you're going to end up on the same point where you started. Transaction will not be fully signed. So now, oh, we need to move this a bit fast. Okay, I hit, I click on yes and continue to keep signing. And now what I'm going to do is to get out of this eternal loop. And I'm going to, now you can check that we have, for example, added successfully 2 signatures here. Okay, the ones that we held on our, we were able to sign with our wallet, with this. Now I'm going to continue.
In this scenario, you mentioned there are 3 transactions that were built, right?
Yes, exactly.
And in theory, I could approve 2 of them and reject 1 of them as well, right?
Actually, if you are going to do such a thing, you're going to break the intention of the developer behind the app connection. That was that he, Umar, requires the 3 transactions to be signed.
Okay.
So if you want to customize this, you are going to be like breaking the execution of the script.
Okay.
This is possible? Yes, it's possible, but you're going to be interrupting the script. Okay?
I
And
understand.
then you be having like your own custom user experience.
I understand. Okay.
So check this. When you are asked to sign transactions, you have this drop-down button here with options. These are the plugins, the signing or signature plugins that you can use on GameChanger. Until now, we will add maybe more options. So here are these listed. You have some basic ones that are not multi-sig, using current workspace or using main address is the default. The default plugin is going to not use multisig, it's going to use your own signatures. Then you have a manual import where you can be doing multisig manually. Like you can sign these transactions, for example, elsewhere, and you can export the signatures as copy pasting a piece of, you know, a piece of text, and you can paste it on the wallet. Okay, this is even possible. But the most interesting thing is multisig. Here we have 2 plugins that runs over GameChanger file system. Okay, so just, I don't know if someone here does not know what this is. Please let me know right now so I can explain it.
I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
pretend
So,
we all don't know.
Yeah, I definitely don't know.
okay. So Do you all know Google Drive?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay. So if we have this manual mode where we can exchange signatures, copy pasting a piece of text, what would happen if I create a shared folder on Google Drive and I paste these texts there? So we are free users that has to sign these transactions. So we have Alice, Bob, and Charles that wants to sign these transactions. So each of them create some files with their own signatures on this Google Drive shared folder. Then, when all the signatures are going to be stored there, someone, it doesn't matter who, someone can collect these signatures and paste them on a GameChanger wallet and attach the missing signatures. Okay, this is valid? Yes. Okay, now what if we don't want to trust too much each other? We want to do it a la decentralized way. So we maybe can leverage on the same chain. Because if you are trusting your funds to a chain, to a blockchain, you can trust even a tiny, small communication there, and you are going to be trusting that that communication is going to be as perpetual and as solid as the very same safety of your own funds. So what this is one of the reasons that make us GameChanger to create and like a Google Drive over Cardano, like an IPFS over Cardano or a web torrents over Cardano.
But one question here, when we do that, are we also, let's say, spending either transaction fees or some other locked ADA to do that, or how does it work?
Yes, Ricardo. Yes, that's right. So this is not as easy as it would be maybe with any other way, right?
IPFS,
But,
right?
yes, for example, with IPFS would be much easier, maybe. But personally, if I have to be paranoid, I don't trust IPFS enough. Because you have to pin, you have to, someone has to have the original,
I know, yeah.
you know? And what if this node ceases to exist? The information is gone. Okay?
Yeah,
Because okay, just to clarify the reasons. So, but if we store this on chain, these tiny small files on chain forever, they are going to be there forever. And it's going to be public, it's going to be auditable if we want, because maybe we want to do it other way and we want to encrypt these files. You can do it, okay? But we can do it like more transparent and do it on chain, and we can trust that information is going to be there. And this
the information that is stored is basically a signature, a digital signature, which is derived from your private key, but it's safe to place it on chain, readable even, because it is a hash, basically. You cannot derive from there your private key in any way, yeah?
is the exact same information and even format. I'm talking about CBOR for everyone that knows what this is. It's the exact same format as the one that the transaction uses to store the same information. These are witnesses on the transaction and the witnesses section of the transaction regarding keys, okay? Has a particular format. So every signature that we apply to transactions is going to be stored publicly there forever. And GameChanger is using the exact same format, the exact same piece of data. Okay.
And
So
the
yes.
storage takes place within the same transaction, or is it necessary to create an additional transaction and incurring again the fees?
Yes, this is where it gets a bit messy. Because yes, Ricardo, good question. You have to create other transactions to write on this file system.
I understand.
And of course, this is not this is not very comfortable from a user experience point of view, but it's a valid option, and maybe it's the right or one of the rights options for example, big treasuries or people that wants to make transparent the process of the multi-sig.
Yeah, because the auditability is really resolved. You have it on chain, you have it immutable. Yeah,
Yes.
I see the point. Yeah.
Actually, there are more stuff involved here that I'm going to be showing you that came out of this technique.
Mhm.
Because one of the problems is, and you asked this before, how do I synchronize people in different times and spaces?
Yeah.
Right. So the common transport here is the blockchain, and I'm going to show you how you can pair people combining GameChanger physics, this file system and the scripting language that we have, and you don't have to code. I'm going to show you. Okay, so I am going to do the first stage of this multisig, that is broadcasting to the world that I'm requiring foreign or external signatures. Okay, I have to make public this, my need. So you then click on multisig request signatures over GameChanger file system protocol. Okay, this plugin from the list of plugins. This I'm showing you this on purpose because GameChanger, by being multi-transaction native, okay, by requiring multi-transactions to work, for example, to do these file system operations or multisig, requires multiple UTXOs on user wallets. This is something that does not happen too much on any other wallet right now because they maybe don't need it. But GameChanger needs a bit more because GameChanger needs to create parallel transactions all the time. So what happened here, I'm sorry for the ugly error message, but I am giving you all this tip. This is because we don't have enough UTXOs. So there is a way I can show you them, but here I am rerunning the same thing. And I'm going to jump again to the request signatures part. And this is okay. Now we have UTXOs. So what happened is that GameChanger is going to ask you, do you want to broadcast free transactions on chain to multi-sign with external signers? Okay, so you click on yes, because you need to broadcast them. Okay. Just please ask anything.
Yeah, so this is building another transaction, which is going to put this datum information on chain. And how much will it lock? Is this 1.7 plus the dust or?
Okay, I'm going to show you how this works. And it's not a single transaction, it's a protocol.
Okay.
So there is a special transaction called header. That is the one that's going to be minting the disk NFT.
Okay.
That is the representation of the disk that you are creating on chain.
Okay.
And then the trend of data transactions.
Okay.
So you click on yes. And here it asks you again, do you want to spend this amount of ADA, 6.83, to broadcast this transaction on chain? And you click yes. You're broadcasting free transactions, okay? You're storing free transactions on chain to be signed. Okay, you're not, this was a design decision. We could have been storing like the hash or something much more simpler, but some scams can be achieved by doing that. So to have the proof of the entire transaction that wants to be signed on chain was like important for us. So this is the decision why the entire transactions are going to be stored, okay, on chain.
Okay.
Sorry for the timings of the video.
All good. All good.
Sorry. So eventually I click on yes. And here, as you are going to be, you're going to watch now, on the list of transactions of the DApp connector, we had before this multisig C, multisig D, the first transactions that were created that are needing multisig. And then we have 3 more that has nothing to do with the free original. The number is just a random coincidence. But here we have the free transactions that imply to be writing to the file system. Okay? Here they are being sent. And okay, then when this finish, you know, the transactions get validated by the nodes. We are on the signing loop, so more signatures might be needed. Keep signing. And here, the broadcaster of the multisig transactions can wait. Okay, here is where this person can share a method to pair the signers with these transactions, and then wait until all the signatures gets, you know.
Okay.
Gets,
So let's say if Alice is the one who initiated the whole thing, how does Bob, maybe who is in a different time zone, a different location, will receive a notification? Does it have to happen via a different channel, like WhatsApp or, I don't know, a phone call, or how does he know about it?
Yes, good question, and it's the next part of the video. So if we automate this careless without careful, we can end up having spam attacks or scam attacks where users can be interrupted with notifications that say, hey, you have to sign this in the name of, I don't know, IOG or whomever. And it's a very complicated situation. So it involves the broadcaster for now, right? It involves that the broadcaster for now share at least a link, okay? Just a link. And remember, a link to sign free transactions.
Okay.
Not just one. This is very important to keep in mind, because otherwise we would have been sharing free links, doing the same stuff 3 times. And here we can do it like, I don't know, please multi-sign me 20 transactions at the same time with
Yeah.
it's nice. So here I am on Alice, that was the wallet that created these transactions and broadcast them. You can check that on the list of assets of the wallet, there is a new NFT that is called Your Today's Multisig, and is of a kind disk NFT. So now we are going to get inside the disk NFT. We're going to check this disk. Okay.
Okay.
And okay, here I clicked on the asset, and I am on the disk. It's an NFT that has a list of files referenced here. Okay. So please don't panic around the name of the files. It's a bit technical why these directories and file names are so large and complicated, but these are files on a disk. So this can be automated better in the future, but for now, the broadcaster end up having this disk that has these files that are shown here.
So in this case, Bob and Charles receive each of them one NFT on their wallet.
No, but they can. No, but they could. They could be getting one.
Okay.
I'm going to show you something that is more easy. That is just to share a link, because otherwise you're going to be spending one more transaction sending. But you can. What you have said is good.
Okay, but
it's possible.
actually you only need one, because you only need one time the record of what is going on, and the link is sufficient to verify. Yeah.
Exactly. That's it. So here is the list of files, and in the end of the list, where you can see the extension, for example, .gc script. This is the scripting language that GameChanger has. And as any other executable file, you can execute it from the disk, from a folder. So here you have the run put, for example. Okay. And here, these other three files are the transactions. Okay. For anyone building, the formats are the same, the very same formats we use on Cardano. So even you can integrate this on your DApps. So, okay, I'm explaining these are the three transactions, frozen in time, lacking the signatures. And here I explain that if you can see, we have this script that says compose, and this script that says signers. Okay. So the objective now, the thing that the broadcaster has to do is simply share this script, the signers script, to somebody else. Okay.
Okay.
Please bear with me. This is the beta, the first version, so this is not easy right now, like with a click to be done, but it's totally possible. It's not that hard if you think about it. The most important part is to build the underlying technology. Now it's a matter of time to make it simple.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do now, what Alice is going to do now, is to she's going to run this script, but instead of running it, because the idea is this script to be run on the Bob and Charles wallets. What she's going to do is to open the script on the playground to turn it into a link. Remember, this can be much simpler.
Okay, okay. So the link is so it's easy to be shared.
Yes, look the script. Actually, it's a very simple script. The most important part of the script is that it's calling this file on the GameChanger file system. It's just a script that calls this file, that executes this file.
Okay.
Just to clarify what this is. So very quick.
It's just a link to the NFT, basically, embedding it into a link.
Yes, it's a link to the file referenced by the NFT. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. But this is the nice thing about this technology. Of course, now on this presentation, you're saying this is so complicated. Why? It's not that complicated if you think about it, because once this gets a bit more simpler to end users, this is the interesting thing. You're sharing a script that is going to handle all the stuff that needs to be handled on user sides. Okay, you don't require an external DApp. You don't require nothing else than the GameChanger wallet on the users. You know.
But this means the users need to have the scripting capable GameChanger wallet. They cannot use a different wallet, right?
Yes, but this is if you're using this plugin and you're using this way to do the multi-sign.
Yeah.
Because as I told you, everything on GameChanger is open to the API. So you can do multi-sig as you want, doing your own DApp. If you don't agree with the methods we have for end users here, you can create your own techniques to achieve multi-sig.
I understand.
The important thing is that GameChanger understands and does not break or something if a transaction is missing signatures.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, sorry for the timings. Here, remember that we have this link. So the idea is to copy this link, okay, and share it to Bob and Charles. Okay. So, as you can see, as you can see now, I'm heading to the Bob desktop, the Bob browser, where Bob has his own wallet, and I'm going to paste this link on Bob's wallet, okay? And this script is going to manage everything that Bob has to do. That is to sign the transactions, the 3 transactions, and share the signatures on chain. Okay. Here we have the review. As you can see, the files that were stored on chain was not signed. As you can see here, Bob wallet has these and these signatures. Can sign with these signatures, okay? Remember this one and this one was from Alex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to show you that this is no smoke, that this works, that and ways for the users to understand what's happening, right? So here, as you could see, Bob is going to click yes. He's going to sign. And because of the script that is managing everything that Bob needs to do, the script automatically uses this signing plugin and is going to ask Bob, do you want to share on-chain 4 signatures for 3 transactions? Okay, So Bob says yes. And the process is similar to the broadcast. That is a reply. Bob is replying with his own signatures. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So at this stage, it will create an updated version of the NFT referencing to the file, or
no, this is the nice thing about this file system, that each one is creating his own disk NFT. Because why NFT? Because we can use the very basics of Cardano to enforce cryptography over these file systems. So each one of these users is creating his own disk, okay, his own folder. So with his own right permissions.
okay, I understand.
And just something to think about this. What you are seeing, I know it's maybe too much, it's complex, but think about this. What Bob is doing is using a perpetual diap. A small piece of code lying around forever, immutable, that is going to be handling the multisig of this frozen in time, immutable transactions. Okay.
Yeah, it is
great.
Yeah.
I mean, you're creating more transactions, you're paying a bit more of ADA, I know, but you're paying a very few ADA for such a high level of,
Traceability.
safety. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And this, if you build it that way, this multisig can stay years awaiting to be fully multi-signed.
Yeah.
There is no
Now I understand why you named the wallet GameChanger. Great.
This has been really a work of an entire year, and imagine that everything that you're looking, it would not be possible without these key features like multi-transactions, this NFTs, the GameChanger file system protocol, and refactoring the wallet to decouple the signing from all the other processes. Okay, just a technical thing. So here we are on Charles' wallet, the last one. We paste the same link, okay, the same link, and Charles is going to run the same link without a single byte changed, and is going to achieve to share his own signatures. As you can see, the transaction that was frozen in time, immutably frozen in time, we're lacking all the signatures, and Charles has the last ones. And just to clarify, because here I can, in the demo, I guess I explained this, but these keys used here are a mix of spending keys and staking keys. This means that, for example, we could be doing this multisig to handle a pool, to making changes on a pool, to making changes on a delegation, for example, okay? It doesn't care. So the process is the same. He's going to spend this data to reply with his own signatures for the free transactions. And at the end, we are going to Alice again, just because we want to, because anyone could, even someone that is outside these free wallets. Okay. We are again on the Alice disk NFT, the one that originated all. And on the list of files, remember we have the signers executable script, and we have the other. We have the, sorry, here. We have the signers script that was the one that were executed on Bob and Charles, and the compose. Okay, 1 second. This script is going to handle automatically the composing of these foreign signatures on the frozen in time transactions to finally do the multisig and submit the transactions. It's as complicated as click on run, next, 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 and that's it.
Okay.
In this
Wow.
case, what is missing is that Alice didn't sign with her own keys prior to save the files. So
Hmm.
she run the loop also signing with her own keys.
Okay.
But you're going to you're not going to you're not going to be even knowing this. It's automatically handled by the wallet. Sorry for my
It's okay.
my English.
Listen, Adriano, I unfortunately need to leave, but it was incredible. I'm very grateful that it will be recorded. But yeah, I will need to leave. I'll just leave it running, and yeah, we will exchange information on the video uploading. But yeah, it was great meeting you. An honor. Yeah, thank you very much.
Ricardo, here you have the keys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, thank you very much, Ricardo. I've got another call at 3 as well.
Thank you, Chris. Bye-bye.
So,
Okay, guys, I'm sorry if this was so long, but
no, it's good, man.
You were definitely very thorough. Nobody missed anything.
okay, thanks. So I don't know if you want to watch the last part, but basically
Finish what
the
you're doing. I
transactions.
can do my call on the other thing.
The
So,
transaction,
and keep Sonny here. He's got nothing to do.
Fine, fair enough.
I mean, here those are pending, and then it turns green because it means that the node accepted them there, and that's it. And we have the free original transactions signed and submitted to the blockchain. I need a glass of water.
I can imagine. How many of these videos did you do?
Not much, but I guess I will try to make a lot, I guess, or as much as I can. And if people can join and help doing their own tutorials and use cases, that would be actually that would be better than me doing those, because
Well, I
nobody
was
wants to.
thinking, Adriano, that when we go to the point of onboarding people from Web 2, right? As in like mass adoption level. Remember when I was saying that we want to do it for the love of music, right? I think that as soon as we get close to having this integrated with SoundRig and using the music NFTs, the tunes, as a way of demonstrating that, and also from marketplaces onto the wallet and wallet to marketplace, that type of thing, that would be the best time that I can get involved and help you to create these tutorials. And the sooner we can get there, the better. And going a little bit off subject, but not, because it's relevant to GameChanger. I don't know if you've heard of Glitch Finance. I don't know if Quasar told you about this. Yeah. So they invited us to apply for their grant, $250,000, but in milestones. And we're looking like, I think, one of three. I don't know if all three are going to get chosen or one of the three, but we've got like this last stage. We're going to find out in the next 2 to 3 weeks whether we get that grant. If we get that grant, they're going to help us build the bridges to all the EVM chains. And so the reason why we're getting the grant is because we told them that Foundrig wants to, or it has always intended to go multi-chain minting and connecting of the player. So the music player will always be free, as you know. So, you know, anyone with a music NFT on any of the chains can come and play their music for free, right? When they go and discover artists that are launching on Soundrig, they will be able to mint also on any of the chains. So instead of it being just 100 NFTs or tunes that are just on Cardano, this will 5x the revenue stream for any of the artists from anywhere in the world. So now they'll have 100 exclusive tunes on every chain. So they can multiply how many revenue streams they have. And for the people who are listeners or music fans, they can choose which chain they want to mint on, right? If they're a fan of Cardano, they can do Cardano. If it's Polygon, etc. So this is why they're going to give us a grant, because we want to build that out. And what I really want is to have GameChanger as the default host wallet of Soundrig. So it'll either be a Soundrig, I don't know, account.
Hey,
What I want to
you
do,
want me to stop recording real quick?
maybe. I don't know if that's too much
Thank you
alpha.
all. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah.